quite nicely. Anyway, make sure that when we go over to check on the accounts over on this side, that everything, as always, looks the way it's supposed to. And I can assure you guys that the chocobos are definitely feeling very frisky right now, as it seems. Hey there, Sally, good to see you. You're the first one here. Welcome to the second half of this. Yes, you are. Welcome to the second half of this double header here on Veterans Day / Remembrance Day / Armistice Day here in Final Fantasy XIV. So, greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Novaura Autism for another edition of A Day in the Life here at Tales of Eorzea with Corinne, Loren, and here Free Company here in Final Fantasy XIV. And if you're wondering why you're looking at our Chocobo stable, well, there is a very good reason for that. It is because if you take a look at the rest of our front yard, well, let me show you, hold on, before I even do that, let me show you what Corinne's new look is. I have to show you Corinne's new look. This is what Shantae, aka Kunayuto, as she's now known, encouraged me to get. She has a similar outfit like this, but hers is blue. And so I decided, you know what, I'll go ahead, I would get this for my arcade. So, yeah, you can imagine what this looks like when your outfit is glamored in such a way that you look like a very sophisticated woman reading a book. I think it just absolutely works so wonderfully here, and I really like the way that this looks, I really do. But yeah, as I said, and even when I panned over to the other side here and showed you where the arch was, you may have noticed some of our stuff is missing. In fact, almost everything is missing from our front yard of our FC house. That's because Cynthia and Shantae, or / Kunayuto, and Aika have already wasted no time in moving a lot of the stuff in our Free Company house over to the house that we got last week for what will ultimately become our Free Company house, but we still need to save up some money in order to do that. Nonetheless, Cynthia's already actually invested money in getting some additional stuff for when we convert. So yeah, as you can see here, not much is left. A lot of the furniture is gone. Like the only thing that's really left over here is the stuff with the supplier and mender, the material supplier and mender, as well as the food that we have over here, as well as our main map table of Eorzea and our company chest, which of course we need to have over here, just so that we can keep putting money into it. But yeah, Cynthia did take some of the money and invested it into some of the stuff that we'll be adding when we convert over. Yeah, even if you go downstairs, like, it's empty. There's nothing left down here. So it's pretty much now a situation of we are getting ready to make our crossover for when we change over. And of course we have our summoning bell for our retainers and the crystal bell for Jean Delan. So we'll definitely have that to move over as well when we make the conversion. Hey there, Miguel, good to see you this evening. Glad you can make it. So yeah, we're just like showing everyone that's here right now like how much stuff has been moved and how much stuff is still here. So yeah, there's not much left. We pretty much have all we need right now, just the basics. And hey, there's Kunayuto, aka Shantae. And I encouraged Shantae to get the outfit that we wear for our Free Company uniform. She hasn't gotten the emblem on it yet, but I hope that she will eventually. Because yeah, I think she does make her take on our Free Company uniform look pretty good, and I really like it. So yeah, let's go ahead and say hello to her. Maybe we can go on a roulette. Yeah, I've yet to ask her, like, is there a specific meaning behind her name? Like, or is it just because it's Japanese, so she just put a series of Japanese syllables together to create a name? So yeah, let's ask her. Name, not mane. Yeah, she's not a lion. But yeah, it'd be cool to know if when she changed her name to Kuno Yuto Inosaki, if there's like some sort of significance to that name. Like, is it a character from an anime, or do those two names alone, do they have some sort of deep meaning? Like, when translated, is it like some sort of really deep meaning to it? Because yeah, I'm curious. I'm interested in finding out. Or finding out who else is here, because I know someone else is here. Yeah, Aika is here, and she is attempting Palace of the Dead. Yeah, I was planning on having. Yeah, Cynthia was talking about with me earlier that she was interested in having her, Kuniyuto, and myself do Palace of the Dead this evening, but unfortunately she can't join us this evening because her sister has suffered a deep laceration in her leg, and because of that she had to be rushed to the hospital. So unfortunately, yeah, because of that, Cynthia's with her sister tonight in the hospital. No? Part of it is an extremely stupid inside joke I had with myself. Other part, I just like the way it sounded. A stupid inside joke you had with yourself? Aren't inside jokes supposed to be like with other people? But yeah, if she likes her name, like, I won't hold it against her. Like, you choose your name for a reason, and so props to her for making her choice. What? And I'm sure you guys were curious too, why she chose this specific name. So yeah, let's see if because I don't think she can go on a level. I don't think she could go on expert roulette yet. And let's ask her how far. Yeah, let's find out how far she is in the Heavensward story. Because I'm sure you guys are curious too. Oh, well done. I think that's definitely worth a congratulations. And that's definitely worth a congratulations, I'm sure you agree. Yeah. Alright, I'll let you get back to it then, Kuniyuto. Yeah, we want to make sure that you're on level pegging with us in terms of storyline. Plus, in addition to that, it'll benefit you for ultimately getting better gear. Because, of course, now she has the advantage of having any new gear that she gets from tomestones being at least item level 230. So that'll be a big deal for her to do that. Plus, we'll be there. Here when plus we'll be there when you do the dungeons, and we'll have your back. So okay, I'm glad we could actually get this time to talk while we're actually streaming right now, but we're going to go back to the goblet because I'm going to show you guys what the situation is with all the stuff that we've just moved. Or actually, I haven't moved anything. Cynthia and Shantae / Kunayuto and Aika have been doing the moving of our contents. Like my bedroom is in the free company house is still the same. But as you can see, we've moved over our Valentine's Day stuff, our hatching tide tower, and our Leviathan fountain are here. We've got our campfire over here. They've added a second garden to our to our house, which I don't know why it's smaller than the first one. I might want to think about replacing that actually. Might be a good idea to swap out that medium-sized one for a large one. Unless we're only allowed to have one of each. But then in here, you can see we have our orchestrion, our cupboards over here. Jeanne has taken up residence, which I guess for the females in our free company, they'll want to make sure that they can have the opportunity to have Jeanne whenever they need them. And then for those of you who were on Wednesday night watching our simulcast with Samuel, I also showed them that there was something that was a bit odd. Our junkmonger ultimately got moved here, became a Mikote, and was hid here in the corner. Don't know why, but hey, I'm not the one who put her there. So yeah, one of the things we're trying to do as well is we want to fill this gap with the pillar. However, if we were to do that, it will look out of place because we cannot quite put it in such a position where it will fit flush into this gap. And so that can that would make it look really awkward when you're going through this door. Haven't decided whether I now want to switch the doors with this panel over here, just so that the door looks like it's coming from this side. And then once we've done that, maybe we can make the pillar look better than what it's currently at. Because if I tried fiddling with it earlier this week, if I was to move like this panel over here further, then the wall would come out so much that it would almost run into this chandelier, and that's the last thing we want to have happen. So it'll certainly take a little bit of finagling once we ultimately get it all said and done, but I'm pretty sure that it'll look great once we get it all put together. So yeah, our clock has been moved over here. Don't know why it was stuck over here instead of above the wall, like maybe where the map is currently located. And then down here, we have all of our pictures, all of our artwork is down here, as well as our table with our aquarium, but sadly the fish is gone. So we're gonna have to replace the fish. We have our other furniture, we have our Valentine's Day sofa, our Garuda sofa, and our Mughal sofa, we got our fireplace, we've got our crafting stations that we brought over, plus Cynthia added an extra one. She has added the smithing bench. So now we have a spot for doing, for making weapons, for making armor, accessories, as well as the lesser of the lighter armor, like the leather armor and the robes for mages. All that's now over here. But because this is a larger plot, in our current house, we're only allowed to have 4 crafting stations. So because Cynthia added this 5th one, I was thinking of adding a 6th one, and because she really has gotten into taking on the role of a culinarian, I'm thinking of actually getting her a cooking stove, because that's another one of the things that you can have here, and I'm sure if she saw that, she would just flip. In fact, what do you say we go do that right now? Because we do have money. We do have plenty of money in our company chest. First I want to see how much they go for. I know she would go head over heels if she found out that I got her one of those. Alright. So... I believe it is called a cooking stove. Yep, here it is. It goes for 350,000. So yeah, you can see it says private chambers / apartments, cottages, houses, and mansions can hold 2, 4, 6, and 8 facilities respectively. In other words, we can get a 6th station. So I'm going to jump back to our free company house. Enough money to get that for her, then buy it, warp it back here to the goblet, and add it. I'm sure she would be very, very grateful to know that I got this for her, because she's really taken initiative on building up her culinarian. Oh, I guess I wouldn't help. I guess it won't help if I don't actually withdraw the money that we need. Yeah, that would not help at all. Right. Going to withdraw the amount that it said it was available for. Oops, no, I'm going the other way. Let's go the other way. There we go. Yeah, I know it'll take us longer, and I even told Cynthia that because she withdrew 3 million gil from our company chest, and that there was no need to do this sort of thing until we actually converted the house over to an actual FC house. But we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Yeah, I guess she kind of instilled that in me. So let's go ahead and buy it. And put it at the house in the goblet. Yeah, she'll lose her mind when she sees this one. So let's still go ahead and go back in the house. And add it to our set of crafting stations. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we're gonna set all 6 of them up when we ultimately get this together. I'm thinking we might want to put like the fireplace over here when we ultimately get this all moved over. That might make the most sense to do it that way. So for now, let's move the Moogle sofa and put it underneath Minfilia's picture. Yeah, that way Minfilia can always be not only the leader of the Silence of the Seventh Dawn, but also our guiding light as Heidelind's voice. In fact, I think I like that concept just by itself. Okay. Let's go ahead and place our new addition. There we go. Now she has her own cooking stove. So yeah, she will be ecstatic when she sees this. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see how we can set this all up, all 6 together. Because obviously we'll want to section this stuff off so that people will know that you can come craft over here and do your various crafts, and then over here you can just sit back and have a leisurely time. I know they'll appreciate it. I know she'll appreciate it, especially. So yeah, let's switch over to my Dragoon. Because I've not yet done my Expert Roulettes, and as it stands right now, once I get this one done, I am finished as far as tomestones of scripture are concerned for the week. So that will be extra incentive to really get the numbers up there. And then after that we can do the Alexander Roulettes because... or not the Alexander Roulettes, but you know what I mean. But yeah, do the Heart, Eyes, and Breath of the Creator because I have not yet been able to get rewards out of those 3 places this week, and I really want to do that with Corinne. Primarily because her gear is more diverse right now than Matthias is. And so I'm thinking that'll be more advantageous to her to help her out in that regard. But yeah, I really can't wait to get a 260 lance for Corinne as well as Matthias within the next couple of weeks. I am really looking forward to having that opportunity to be able to do that and take our game to another level with both of them. Perhaps Corinne more so than Matthias because obviously Matthias is my Let's Play character, and therefore I'm going to level up as much as I can with him to get to the end of the Heavensward story next year. But then of course, then Corinne will become my new Let's Play character when the Stormblood expansion comes out next year. So it's imperative that I also get her leveled up as much as possible too. Of course, we don't know what to expect within the next set of dungeons and challenges that will be coming. We do know that there will be the last portion of the Void Ark Weeping Mock trio. And then obviously there's also going to be some other stuff in addition to that, so we've drawn Self-Atol this evening. Self-Atol it is. Lead on there, tank. But don't stand right where the AoE is. Like, that's a bad idea. How much damage I can hit on these guys. I couldn't quite connect there. Ah, crap. Too much AoE is to launch a proper attack. But yeah, given how big this place is, seeing the big poles does not surprise me at all. And it turns out you can actually use the boulders to your advantage, just like you would in Halatali on hard mode in Realm Reborn dungeons, because yeah, you saw them get vulnerability up. You can do the same thing with the spiked ball traps in the first part of the hard mode of Halatali. You can do the exact same thing. So yeah, I never knew that. So obviously Den here, the tank, knows exactly what he's doing. And I didn't think they would bring back a mechanic like that, but they have. How far are you pulling it? Is he gonna go all the way to the top? Nope, he's gonna stop it right here. think we need to free up some space here. I think we definitely need to free up some space. And I'm being targeted by the Harpia. And I don't even think the tank knows. That didn't quite go the direction I intended. In fact, they're saying I can't see the target even though he's right in front of me. That's going to take away my blood, the dragon. That's not what I wanted to have happen. That is definitely what I did not want to have happen. Yeah, they keep dying right before I'm about to pull up a big move. But I guess it shows how strong our group is, especially our black mage. Because yeah, when you have a black mage whose HP is over 20,000 and you're doing a dungeon like this, you know they're going to be good. Like that is a lot of time and efforts committed into building up that class. And Savitri is to be commended for their effort to create this type of character that is just this OP, because as you can see, Nuzal is going to be down below 60% when he flies away for the first time. That's a huge advantage for us. Like, I'm not sure if those of you who remember my Halloween stream with Mathia, when we went through Great Gooball Library and we had a black mage that was so strong that we were able to complete the hard mode of Great Gooball Library in less than 14 minutes. Like, we just absolutely torched it because we had a black mage that was so freaking overpowered, and I don't know how they got that much good gear that fast unless they, like, nailed Alexander 12 Savage in a matter of days. Speaking of Savage modes, I have yet to even touch Savage modes on either Bahamut or Alexander with any of my avatars. I mean, it's something I should try to at least take on, but it's something that I just never think about because I'm just, the places like that, the people who take those on, they're just raid monsters, and they're not the kind of people I like to associate myself with. Which is why a lot of casuals like myself prefer to leave Savage modes of Bahamut and Alexander alone. And which is why people like me will probably never get the chance to either A, clear them, much less attempt them. Yeah, it would be nice to have that opportunity. It would be really nice. Let's start laying waste to these guys. And showing them what for. Load it up. Oh, it didn't count. I was about to count that thing. I used the move. Let me count it. And got the extension. Got the time bonus, but it's not going to matter when we're rounding the corner and having to make a long run up the scaffolding. Like, that doesn't help at all. Where are you going to go with this there, tank? Because he wants to cover all the sides right out of the gate. And we have to let him do it because he's doing the best thing, what's best for all of us. And you guys noticed that that treasure chest was opened by me. Now, I ain't letting you use that move there, Will Talon. Hey, Will Talon, what do you think you're doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna kick your butt. Primarily because I've gotten off to a good start in doing that. But yeah, this tank is, or this black mage is really making the most of their abilities. That's how you know you have a good one. Okay. Off to the next level. Yeah, I've actually gotten left behind trying to go after one of the treasure chests. Yeah, I was in a group that was where the tank wanted to speedrun this so badly. He hit the switch before all of us got on. And so, yeah, suffice it to say, I was not impressed. And so I had to use another, the adjacent elevator to to get that to take me up. And what had happened was that because I used it as quickly as I did, the healer, who was on the same lift as the tank, got stuck on it and got sent back down to the start. So yeah, suffice it to say, I definitely did not get the respect of a tank, or rather the healer. Yeah, it wasn't the tank I pissed off, it was the healer. But hey, when you're making a push to get seals and possibly better gear for your alt classes, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, going up to mini-boss number 2. Yeah, and case in point on speedrunning, like, where it's only 8.5 minutes to get to the Toli Silak. And away we go. Mini-boss number 2. Okay, could have sworn I had Battle Litany. Oh, I do, but I used it earlier. Don't hold off on the use of the... Yeah, don't use the limit break just yet. Now use the limit break. Hey there, Ichigo. Good to see you this evening. Glad you can make it. Welcome to the evening part of this double header here in Final Fantasy XIV on Let's Play Novaura Autism. Yep. Yeah, because of what goes on in this fight, I really find it so hard to pick up on the fact that I'm being targeted for that whirlwind move. Like, I have more than a few times left the tornado in the middle of the platform when it was not my intent to do so. But yeah, you can see with all the stuff that's going on right now, it's hard to keep track of it if you're in my position. Actually, Black Mage, you didn't want to do that, because you almost died. Yeah, that was something you did not want to do. I mean, oh crap! Who got targeted? Was it me? Oh, no one got targeted. It was a false alarm. I was thinking, oh crap, I've been targeted. Well, I can assure you this. That Swift Feather will not be put to use. He's down. And we're moving on. And I already have a pair of gloves for my Dragoon, so yeah, I guess I know what I'm doing once I'm done here. We're going to be doing more exchanging. We will be doing more exchanging. I really want to make a break for that war balloon in order to puncture it. Now let's go. Yeah, first that balloon. Yeah, that's what it sounds like when things go pop. Take that. For some reason I keep forgetting to target an enemy when I'm using Gears Kogel because it only works when you actually are using that ability. I keep forgetting that that is a mandatory thing that you must do. Get it going. Drop off and move on. So off to our next pair of war balloons that'll be coming in. Oh crap, almost got caught there. But yeah, I'm ready on standby to hit the balloon. Do it. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. And down goes the balloon. Now the other side. Because there's always a second. There's always a second. They didn't even need my help on that one. But yeah, that was a long distance to cover, but it was worth it. Because we pretty much immobilized them. Rendered their forces completely useless. Rendered their forces completely useless. So yeah, we gotta be careful of that. We gotta be careful of that. Alright, you claim victory there, Den Den. Which I'm guessing his name is like an abbreviation for Dennis. And if that's the case, is he Dennis the Menace? Because, yeah, right now the only way he's Dennis the Menace is the fact that he's a menace to these Ixal here at Zelphatal. I was actually trying to remember one of the earliest side dungeons from Realm Reborn while simulcasting with Famriel a couple of days ago. I was trying to remember the name of the Vanu side dungeon, Neverreef, and I just couldn't remember the name of it. So yeah, I was trying to think of it for the longest time. I was like, why can't I remember what this place is called? Well, the primary reason I've been is because it has been so long since I've been there. And typically something like that happens when you've not been to a specific area for a prolonged amount of time. In which case, that definitely held true. Yeah. Charge up the attack there, Den Den. Charge it up and let's take out the final boss. Yeah. You think you're gonna summon Garuda and get away with it? We disagree. Watch where you stand with that thing. Or she'll end up taking both of us. And that's not good. If you do... Stay clear of that mess. Black Mage, you're gonna have to come to us. Yeah, you must leave the sanctity of the ley lines in order to help split the damage. Deal with that as best we can. Run into his summoning position. Therefore, we must stop him. Give me the boost. Thank you. Oh my. Yeah, I'll just take the spot here in the middle. Then let's turn to the offense. Crap. Yeah, I'm definitely taking a hit there. Oh no, I missed! He missed! I didn't get hit. Oh, that puts a smile on my face. Even though you guys can't see the smile on my face, I'm actually smiling. But trust me, it is there. It is existing on my face right now. Yep. Yeah, Black Mage again. And he really seems to like using that attack on the Black Mage right now. And he's got a one-track mind to be sure. That doesn't mean that we're not going to kick his ass that much harder. Because that's exactly what we're going to do. Smack you on the head. Load up for this move. So now we've got to get over here. Jump once, jump twice. Then, let's go ahead, since we're not going to get the double limit break, let's go ahead and just use it right now. Again, that much closer to being beaten yet again. And down he goes. Valkyrie's charge of striking it is. Yeah, we know where the combination goes here. Clearly the Black Mage. Clearly it has to go to the Black Mage. So yeah, that was definitely a very good run through Zelfatal for the expert roulette rather. But yeah, I've already got my leveling roulette cleared off tonight. Yeah, I had the opportunity before going on the air earlier this morning to do the leveling roulette with the rest of the members of Tales of Eorzea. So yeah, I really hope that Kuniyuto will make the most of her journey. In fact, I know what she's doing right now because obviously from what we saw in the from what she said earlier tonight that she just defeated Bismarck. So obviously now she's trying to get passage to Azizla. But in order to do that, she needs help from other people, and she has to get to the Dravanian hinterlands in order to do so. So that means that she, as of right now, is in Gridania to ask for the help of Ishtola's sister. For those of you who've seen the Let's Play of Heavensward with Mathia, you'll know that, of course, Ishtola goes missing along with most of the other Scions, and that the only way to help get Ishtola back is through the assistance of her sister, who's a summoner in Gridania. So once you do that, then you get the opportunity to be reunited with Ishtola as the first member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn who you get back. Oh yeah, I already said hello to Ichigo earlier. Yeah, don't worry there, I already said hello there to Ichigo earlier on. Alright, so now that we have taken care of that, now the mender has not been put here in the lavender beds yet, so we have to go back to our own house. We have to go back to the current FC house to do that. But yeah, that's just a sample of what's going on right now with the conversion from a regular private house to a free company house. Let's go ahead and get my mend. Let's go ahead and see what my retainers are up to. How are they faring right now? A 7 and a 3. Okay. I believe I will withdraw this money. Oops, no, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that's one thing I need to do right now is actually sell this bone ring. Oh no, that's the horn ring. I want to sell the bone ring. Okay, I can sell it for 1,000. It's better than nothing. Then we'll send you out on another journey to get me more crawler cocoons, which I keep putting on the market board and have a pretty good price point on them right now, but no one's buying off of me. And that sucks. It really does. Oh, that's cool there, Sadi, that you're doing that. Yeah, I sold my Aqua Sweatstone earlier today, so yeah, I got a good amount of money off of that. Okay, so yeah, still unfortunately not being able to sell my crawler cocoon successfully. I'll go ahead and put it at 15. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at a hard 1,500 right now, because I think that's best at this point. Also, let's just go ahead and straight up sell the clear prism. And yeah, I really want to hold this at a hard 2,800. Like, I really believe that I can get good money out of that if someone is willing to make the purchase. I have to hold on to that hope, unless the price just completely tanks, which would be terrible. Alright. But yeah, that's cool that you're learning how to draw on a computer there, Sally. Like, is it a specific type of software where you have to, where you're like using a screen to that you can hold and you draw on this screen, on this little screen, and it shows up on a big screen? Because I've seen technology like that. Or is it like, are you using a mouse to click and drag onto whatever it is that you're drawing? Like, is it something like that, or is it something closer to what I had mentioned earlier? Okay, there was something else I wanted to do. Oh yeah, that's right. Getting rid of some of the excess gear. Getting rid of some of the excess gear, that's a must. So back to Gridania. Yeah, where evening has just descended. Oh, hello there. Yeah, a dragoon to be. But he's an... Okay, so he has the title Unbeliever, meaning that he's already beaten Heavensward, so he is leveling up Dragoon as an alt class. Very interesting. So yeah, while that's going on, just because we can, let's put out a plug for the Free Company. Okay, you do use a mouse, alright. Okay. So obviously it's not like the basic Microsoft Paint then, it's something more, it's like a legitimate software that your family had to purchase or something for you. Ah, dragoons everywhere tonight. Puts a smile on my face. Oh, hello there. Of course I'll give this to you. Alright, what's among the 1200s that I can give up? Anything that says maiming or striking is a good start. Strike with some maiming. Aiming too. Is there anything else I wanna or need to get rid of? Not by the looks of it. Well, maybe this, but I think I already have something like that. Oh yeah, my private's braces, of course. So yeah, I don't necessarily need the brigand's gloves. Yeah, this is where we get down to the point of what am I gonna hold on to, what am I going to get rid of. I'm pretty sure I'm still using the robe. And I don't need anything beneath level 15 anymore. So I can get rid of all that. Krita? Okay, I've never heard of that one, I'll be honest. That one I've never heard of. Scissors. And that looks good. It looks good as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I'm gonna stay on my strategy of trying to sell off aqueous whetstone at a high price. Because it's worked so far. We're gonna go Free Company. So yeah, I've never heard of Krita before. Yeah, I mean, looking at the name, it makes me think of Brita, actually, like the little water filter things, Britas. Like that's what it reminds me of. But obviously, that's not what it is. Okay. If you would be so kind, please sell me these as soon as I get stuff sorted. Please sell these 50 aqueous whetstones. Oh yeah, they're going back up. Prices are going back up for aqueous whetstones. What's a smile on my face? What's a smile on my face? Yeah, it does seem that way. And you won't get any complaints out of me, I can assure you that. Alright, so all my gear is mended. And for those of you who are currently wondering about my base stats with Corinne, here's what they look like. Yeah, my attack strength is now for 1400. That's a lot of attack strength right there. And my defense is 1581, my magic defense is 1242, my skill speed is 816, 922 crit hit rate, which is amazing, and 573 determination. So yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of good numbers right now. It'll be interesting to see how much better they get when we get further along with my gear for Corinne as a Dragoon. So now let's go ahead and see what we can do with any of these 3 levels. And can we obtain anything from them? Because yeah, we pretty much have all the reason in the world to keep going at them until we get something. And as it stands right now, like yeah, aside from the Alexandrian gears, which you get from the Soul of the Creator once a week, the only thing we get or have right now are 3 Alexandrian shafts, and if I get a 4th, I can get body gear for Corinne. But since I'm planning on saving it for my Dragoon, as far as tomestones of scripture are concerned, I'll more than likely put it on my tank. It currently has 230. But yeah, if I could do that, that would be amazing. If I can get a 4th shaft, that will definitely be reason to be happy. So yeah, I can't wait to put this to good use. And of course now I'm maxed out on Tomestones of Scripture for the week, meaning that when I get another 450 next week, I'll only need 15 more to get up to 1,000, and thus I can get the 10 Romanus tokens in Idleshire that I need to go along with the 7 Alexandrian gears that I will have to get, which the latter can be exchanged for Micro Tomestone, and then those 2 items together can be exchanged for Corinne's 260 Lance. So yeah, both Mathia and Corinne will be getting those in 2 weeks, within the next 2 weeks. And I'm very much excited about that, and I can't wait to be able to make the most of what we will be using. And I can't wait to see what it actually looks like. But yeah, any additional parts that I can get for Corinne right now will be definitely a benefit for her. Heck, it'll be a benefit for anyone who gets their hands on them. But we'll see what we do with what we ultimately get our hands on. And hopefully it'll work out for us. Oh yeah, I noticed. I noticed. Don't worry. I'm just focused on explaining stuff to you guys right now. Yeah, sometimes he's not a person we get to talk to all that much. So any opportunity to do so, even to get a response from him when we greet him, is definitely helpful. And of course he has a brother, but I guess he hasn't been on in a while. How high is his... Okay, his bard is at level 40. Alright. Bard's at level 40, and then Shadow's Black Mage is of course at 45. Well, wow. Shadow's already gotten Minor at level 50, and has already made good use of the other crafting that is already available. He's making it work, and he's using it well. He's making it work, and he's using it well. So he'll definitely, if we can get him to be more forthcoming and get him to be more proactive in terms of socializing and whatnot, like, he could be a very great asset to our free company in the days and months to come. Definitely want to make sure that he does indeed feel welcome and included, and the same goes for his brother. And we look, just need tanks. Just need 2 tanks, and then we can go to whichever one of these 3 destinations we're going to go to. Like, it doesn't matter to me which one we go to, just so long as we can get something out of it. And if I can't get anything out of these 3 tonight, like, it's no big deal. I can always come back and try them again off camera. But yeah, if I can get some stuff out of this place, out of either of these 3 levels, that'll be good for me to be able to get that checked off. So here's hoping that it'll work out in our favor. Yeah, it's really amazing that even though we still need, like, pretty much at this point, I'm estimating it'll take like 20 million gil more than what we currently have to not only secure our plots to convert it, but also to build the house once it becomes a free company house, and then in addition to that, dealing with all the extra stuff that we're going to add into it, because we also want to make sure that those of you who are not familiar, Olivier did leave us earlier this week again, and this time he is established his own free company. And so let me show you, is he on tonight? If he is, he was probably on earlier. Where is he? Okay, yeah, here it is. So yeah, he's got his own new free company, and they just started 2 days ago. Yeah, they kind of take a little embellishment from the name of our free company. So instead of Tales of Eorzea, he's called his free company Destiny of Eorzea. And the reason why he wanted to do this was because, for those of you who are familiar with Olivier, he's French-Canadian. And so he really wanted to be able to establish a free company that was geared towards his demographic. And so that's exactly what he has done. So it's my hope that he'll be able to find more French Canadians here on this server here on Exodus, and that he'll be able to have a good free company with them. And we've promised him this plot that we're using right now for his free company when we move over to the Goblet. But of course we'll need to arrange for all that to happen, because if he's not around when we make our transfer over officially, and if he doesn't have the sufficient amount of money to be able to do that sort of thing, then he's going to be without a house. So we need to make sure that we can make the most of what we have, because we do have time. It's not like we're on, it's like we absolutely have to move right now. But the sooner we can move the better, and because we wanted to, of course our plot in the Goblet to become a free company house, and we also want to help Olivier to get this plot to become his C's house. So we don't want to completely distance ourselves from Olivier. We want to continue to work with him and help him to ensure that his vision can succeed of having a French free company here on Exodus, because there is one on Matthias' server, and their acronym for their free company is actually pretty easy to tell, because it's QC-FR. The QC means that it's Quebec, and FR obviously because it's a French-speaking province. The FR obviously means that they speak French. So that helps to denote them as such a free company. So it's really my hope that we can be able to get Olivier this place so that he can make the most of it. And we'll definitely look forward to doing what we can with our new place when we get it up and running. Okay, so yeah, we're back to waiting on tanks again. That's never cool. So yeah, like, why did they suddenly bolt? Yeah, for those of you wondering, this is the evening theme for Mordona. You can get it for 1,000 Tomestones of Poetics in Mordona at Revenant's Toll, but you can only get the evening version of the song. You can't get the daytime version of the song, which is kind of sad because I really would like to have the opportunity to get both songs. Speaking of songs for the Orchestrion, I didn't show this off, but Matthias now has both of the songs from Shiva. I got both rolls of music for Shiva, but they're the faded version, they're not the completed version. So I had to ask for help from Matthias' free company to get them converted over to functioning Orchestrion rolls. And so it worked out, and so Matthias now has both of the scores for Shiva. So yeah, I'm definitely happy about that, because I was holding on to the first phase music from Shiva, but I didn't have the second phase. But thankfully, going on Wondrous Tales' journey helped to rectify that situation for him, and now that he has it, I can move on to possibly getting some even more music for Matthias. Well, we got a tank, but we lost the DPS. Yeah, when you get betrayed by people who wimp out, then that doesn't help, obviously. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, just chilling out and talking to you guys is always a good opportunity to be able to socialize and interact with my free company. By the way, of course, I'll go ahead and put the reminder out for this again. Remember that next Saturday is the Extra Life webcast to support Children's Miracle Network here at Let's Play Novaura Autism, and you guys are of course encouraged to come out and to make a donation to support Children's Miracle Network on that day. You can actually access it now up to and including the day of Extra Life next Saturday by clicking on the link in the video description of this live stream, and it will take you to where you can make a donation to support Children's Miracle Network. So I would certainly encourage you guys to do that and to support a cause that I believe in very much, because the hospital that Children's Miracle Network is involved with, that I am playing for and representing, was actually the place where I was diagnosed with my autism. So it's important for me to be able to make sure that people are aware of why I'm doing this and how important it is to me, so that it's something that you guys can appreciate and that you'll be willing to support my efforts to help out Children's Miracle Network. Because because I really would not know what would become of me if I didn't know exactly what I was all about. So yeah, please show your generosity, your kindness, and donate towards Extra Life and support Children's Miracle Network. It'll mean the world to me to have the knowledge that you guys are willing to support something like that. Given how much of a love of the action we have, I mean, there's no reason for me to not encourage you guys to do that sort of thing, because it is such a big deal. Okay, still need a tank. Well, yeah, of course for you, Sally, but that doesn't mean you can't, like, encourage your family to make the donation, right? I mean, that's something you can encourage them to do. Because, yeah, it is a good idea to, if you can't do it yourself, encouraging people you know to make the donation is always the next best thing. So definitely make the most of the opportunity to put the word out there and help to support Extra Life, because it's so worth it. Yeah, one of the people who I follow on YouTube has been able to raise $10,000 every year for the last 2 years now, and he's blown his greatest expectations out of the water. So it's my hope that, even though I'm not expecting to raise $10,000, like, even reaching my own personal goal and surpassing that would be amazing. It would definitely be worth it. No? Oh, that's a shame. They are where it's tax deductible, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, something tells me they've seen too many games done quick streams, which I know has gotten a really bad rap in recent years, for not donating, for not having everything that goes to be part of it go to the cause that's intended, because they spend a lot of money to promote the event and that sort of thing. But in this instance with Extra Life, each dollar that's donated goes to the hospital that each player represents. And so it doesn't. So yeah, it goes to the hospital that we choose to represent. It doesn't. Even though it's part of a Children's Miracle Network, it goes to the hospital that we're supporting. Well, I know how you feel there, Sally, because I have a hard time convincing my mom about something that that's happened because of the U.S. election, and something that she is very adamant about is that she wants Canada to adopt a similar way of electing a prime minister as you guys have when electing your president. To which, given what's going on there right now, and nothing against the United States, but given what's going on there right now, like, it doesn't seem like the right time or place to even think of contemplating adopting things that America does. And like I said, nothing against the U.S., but given that what's going on with what happened with the American election, like, adopting your style of electing a president for Canada would just not be a very good idea. But she insists that it's much better than what we do in Canada, which I don't understand why, because when you're voting in Canada, like, because of course anyone who saw the election will know that even though Hillary Clinton got more actual votes from people in the election, Donald Trump got more votes from the Electoral College, which is what actually does count. But we don't do that in Canada. We don't do it that way. We actually, whoever gets more votes actually is the Prime Minister of Canada. Whoever gets the most votes and therefore gets more seats in the Canadian Parliament actually becomes Prime Minister. But my mom does not seem convinced that this is a good way of doing things, because she feels like Canada, in terms of geographical representation, is not represented equally. Like, that's her arguments, and she feels like Electoral College would be the best way to remedy that. And yet, even though she claims that that would be what would be best for Canada, like, it just, like, in the last election, that wasn't the case at all. Because the way that our election's set up is just like yours, is that because of Canada having multiple time zones, one of the things that's obviously a big deal is the concern that when the election results, the opportunity to vote close in the West, because there aren't as many people who live in Western Canada as there are on Eastern Canada. Because there aren't as many people living in Western Canada as there are in Eastern Canada, what's happened is that especially if the election turns out to be one-sided, she feels that people in Western Canada will be casting their votes in vain, and that they'll have no point in reason to vote. Which makes no sense, because they've been trying to change the system for the vote in Canada in such a way that more provinces stop voting at the same time. And this was something I explained to her, but it's something she just has no interest at all in listening to me on. And so it's really unfortunate that my mom seems to think that a conflicted system like the United, you guys agree that the current system for electing a president, where you can become president even if you don't get the most votes, is definitely not the best way to decide who ultimately runs the country, especially given who's going to be in charge for the next few years or so. But no, my mom thinks that it's the best system to use, and that we should be using it too. But at this point in time, just adopting such a system, and given what's going on there right now, it's just not a good idea. Yeah, we'll watch out for that spike ball. Yeah, one of the unfortunate things with my mom, and this actually goes double as well for my younger brother, is that the two of them become like two sides of a coin so much. They're like so polar opposite of each other in terms of how they think about politics, the environment, that sort of thing, that they become so desperate to prove themselves as being right, and so desperate to try and have people they know see reason and come to get to to listen to reason, that it seems like in the last few months, the two of them have, in their attempts to get people to listen to reason, it seems like they themselves have become lost to reason. If that makes any sense, but that's just how it feels for me, that my mother and my brother having not only being so opposite in the way that they look at the world and their opinions on it, but they're so dead set on convincing everyone that they know that their way is the right way and that there is no other way other than that, and that they will force their arguments so hard on you that they're pretty much forcing you to say, even if you don't agree with them, they pretty much are putting themselves in a state where they're saying, if you don't believe, I'm just going to continue to press myself on you until you believe what I have to say and that what I say is true. Which is not how you get anyone to listen to reason ever. That is not how it goes. But that's how it's become for the two of them. And it's really unfortunate that it's become that way. I just wish there was a way to take them off of their hardline stances, that they can find some sort of middle ground with whatever it is that they're going to debate about. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening for a while yet. And hopefully not for forever. Because the way that they are determined on their points of view about the world, it's gotten to the point where if I ever put up something on Facebook that's either politically oriented or has anything to do with the environment, they will go at each other through my Facebook posts. Even if it's something that's supposed to be positive and it's something that they can both appreciate, they will just go to task on each other. They will just rip each other apart. And it's really sad to watch something like that. It ultimately got to the point where I was like, okay, you two, I'm getting sick and tired of being the person that you use as a conduit to get at each other. And that I expect that you would have A, greater respect for each other's opinions, and B, greater respect for each other. Oh, this is gonna suck. I just hope I didn't off myself by stepping into that. But I really want those two to be able to stop being such hard noses, as it were. I'm gonna use another break. He's down to 6%, I should be using it. Oh, 1%. Well, that'll tip him over the edge. Yeah, the tank did a good enough job of directing traffic. Okay, no shaft here. But I did get a pedal. So I did walk away with something out of that. Yeah, and it is one of the things that does worry me when I go to visit my mom next month for Christmas, is that she'll try and push it on me because she's the kind of person that whatever you try and explain to her as a counterpoint to what you're saying, to try and be a voice for a different perspective, like she'll just go ahead and give you and look at you like that's not an answer to what I'm saying, which basically is her way of saying like you have to agree with what I'm saying about whatever it is that I'm talking about. And yeah, I know she's my mother, but if you're that unwilling to look at another perspective without saying something like that, well, that's not an answer, and that's not the kind of response I want. Like, that's not necessarily the best thing to hear, especially when it comes from your own mother. Definitely not the sort of thing you want to hear from your own mother, that when you're trying to give a counterpoint to someone like her, and her response is, that's not an answer to what I'm asking you. And that she comes across that her mind is already made up, and that you have to accept her point no matter what. And that's what she's coming across with. It's really unfortunate. And like I said, the same goes for my brother, who did the exact same way, and we had a bar drop off. Well, that sucks. Yeah, within the first 30 seconds we have someone DC. Well, maybe we got it better because we got a black mage coming in. But yeah, when you have that kind of mindset where any counterpoint you try and make is going to be negated by that's not an answer to my question, then you have that mindset of your mind's already made up no matter what anyone says. Which is not how you have a proper debate with anyone. Like, I don't know, have any of you guys ever been on anything like a debate team in high school or something, or in college? Because I can assure you that's not how debate team works. I mean, you can just look at Clueless and see that that is very much the case. Alright, off to the cruise chaser. Can you at least wait until we're on the platform there, Tank, before you start asking us for the ready check? Like, yeah, wait until we're all here, then go all berserk on the cruise chaser. It's like, show a little patience! Alright, away we go. Thankfully, I'm familiar enough with this fight now. I mean, we still wipe once in a while, but nowhere as much as we used to. Okay, I'm going this way. I'm going this way. But yeah, let that be a lesson to all of you guys, that when you're so dead set in what you believe in, that you are taking the mentality of a person has to accept your answer no matter what, then you're never going to make any progress on anything. It's essential to have an open mind on things. And when you know that something is flawed, or that there's an error in something, then you obviously have to bring it up. Because yeah, if you were like building like a spaceship and you knew that there was a malfunctioning part on it, and you had to bring it up to the person who's like overseeing the construction of it, and you know that's a really important part, but the person overseeing it, like the engineer or something, is going to be like, no, this thing is perfect, and you have to accept it as it is, like, then pretty much it suffices to say that your space shuttle is pretty much going to be like the Challenger was in 1986. Those of you familiar with the Challenger disaster from 1986. Yeah, can you believe that was 30 years ago? That of course, that's known for the shuttle exploding like less than 2 minutes after takeoff. And it was also like a gimmick thing that they were doing as well, because they took a teacher into space for the first time, or at least that was the intention. But because the ship exploded within the first minute and a half, then obviously they didn't make it. So yeah, you can't be like my mom or my brother, where you're just so dead set in your beliefs that when another person comes to bring another point of view, you're just going to outright reject it. Like, every opinion has to be taken seriously. That's the only way you can have a truly democratic society, is that every voice gets heard. It's kind of like a metaphor for where the Alexander levels are. They're in essence a metaphor in their own right for if one person is running the show and they claim that they're right no matter what, and you have to accept it as fact, then you can never have a really wonderful society that you should have. Okay, watch out, watch out. Yeah, these lasers become waves like that. Can still get in here. They can hit it too. Oh crap, we lost the Black Mage and the Bard. Oh shit. Double back, double back. Second wind as a precaution. And then run behind. Run behind. Oh crap, we lost the healer too. Oh, my sister. Oh no. I'll stay here and die because I'm pretty much expecting that to happen. And we're starting all over. So yeah, back to start. Yeah, that one pear-shaped. Yeah, it's always that one move where they just put up all the AoE at once, and like you have no way to dodge it. They put up all the AoE at once and you have no way to dodge it at all. That's just absolutely frustrating. Not yet there, tank. Let the healers at least put the buffs up first. I mean, I believe we are owed that. What I really wish would happen would be the tank or one of the ranged DPS using the limit break before we get started, because as you can see, it goes back to 0 when the fight starts. But you can use it if you have a bar available, if you're ranged DPS. But not everyone is either A, aware of it, or B, bothers to use it. Oops. Gotta deal with Ed. I never much of a fan when Ed is on the field. Well, I'm glad I scored the crit hit when I did. Now let's try and see if we can't get past our earlier adversity. Alright, run to the perimeter. And stay focused. Oh, what are you doing? Did you actually take him out of propeller wind? Because yeah, that's impressive if he did. Yeah, he took him out of propeller wind. That's amazing. Well, let's take advantage of this then. Hopefully. I think I got off my attack. Alright. Fly's where you need to fly. Destroy the platform, and then rebuild it all over again. Yeah. This is not the time for that. I said this is not the time for that. Leave it until after. Wait a minute, Lapis Lazuli? What? You didn't use this earlier. And then we'll deal with it. Then we'll deal with this problem. And hold our position because we can't go anywhere. Well, the only time we are going to move is when that's in the way. Let me at him, let me at him. Yeah, it didn't quite. Alright, how are we surviving right now? Yeah, like get us healed, get us healed. Get us healed right now. Because we need it. Because we need it. Take this for 5,000 points. Yeah, just keep going, guys. Alright, bring out your shield. And this is a golden opportunity for me to reapply my Blood of the Dragon. Oh, there he went. Now he's back. There he went. Now he's back. Okay, we can expect the move again, which is this. Yeah, we can expect the move again. And the ranged DPS need to stop getting themselves killed like that. Alright. That puts us in perfect position to get behind, maybe. Oh, healer! And Black Mage shoot! Oh, stop! Don't shadow! Don't shadow! Don't shadow! Stop shadowing! And I can't see this with a limit break, or not a limit break, but a second wind. You know what I mean? Now we gotta go after you with only half the people around. Just the two tanks, the healer, one healer, and myself. Well, I guess this this healer is gonna get a real gut check. Oh, and I mean a real gut check. Oh, look out! Well, now both healers are dead. Again. Alright, going for it. No, I'm not going for it. And we're starting over again. Let's see how many people quit. Maybe the rest of the team should have stayed on their feet, for one, and two, also in addition to that, did not get themselves confused on propeller wind. How about that? Yeah, don't pin your loss on me. If you guys can't stand on your own 2 feet, that's your problem, not mine. Yeah, sometimes logic must overcome all. So, that's at number 3. Running. Find some separation, good. Let's get Blood the Dragon going. Let's get the Light Surge going. Let's beat up Ed. Yeah, and I'm not alone doing it either. But yeah, suffice to say we're definitely having our problems. And if we fail here, it will not surprise me if people start bailing. It will not surprise me if people do start bailing if we don't pull it off this round. Yeah, take that elsewhere. Take that crap elsewhere. Oh, I ran out of Blood of the Dragon, that's why. It's like, why didn't I get that to count? Hey there, Ichigo, welcome back. Well, thankfully you haven't missed much. We failed twice at this fight because people are having issues avoiding AoE. So yeah, let's do this again. Fly over there. Do the big 270 Chrysal. Overlook the proceedings. Throw ourselves off. And try this again. It's Lapis Lazuli. It's the freaking Lapis Lazuli. I don't know. Have you guys ever actually seen Lapis Lazuli? Like I've only ever heard of it in like mythology. Is it like an actual jewel? Or is it a figment of imagination? Oh crap. Again! Good thing I have this. Yeah, good thing I have that. Oh, look out. Oh, that's much better. 68-53. Now that's a score to write home about. But I already am at home. Yeah, let's take these guys. Come on, we can do this. Alright, shield time. Time to shatter the shield. Gonna blow the dragon going again. I don't understand why I was not allowed to have my rotation go. Alright, got to work this time. Oh, nice! Okay, getting ready for this crap again. Okay, avoid that. Thread that needle. Now when are you going to do this freaky thing? Yeah, stay in the middle for this. Until the very end. And look who's dead again. A healer, the black mage, and the bard. Those guys cannot stay alive to save their lives. Or the rest of us for that matter. Once again, it's down to 5. Yeah, kill Eddie. Gotta kill Ed, and Eddie. Watch that aim, watch that aim. Alright, now, if I can get this. Now go down. And pow! 105,000. Come on, finish it off. There we go. You're welcome. I'll give this to the only healer that could keep themselves alive. Alright, so none of this is the shaft. And I think I just locked myself in for the spring. Yeah, because yeah, that's a 99, so I'm getting a spring out of this. Nope, people decided to roll for the cranks instead and I got stuck with a crank. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. I was locked to get the spring instead. They do that to me. Oh, it is real. It is real, Sally. Wow. Yeah, I've seen it in so many video games, but they're centered around mythology, so I always thought like Lapis Lazuli was a fictional gem. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up for me, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for clearing that little piece of trivia up for me. Go get my mend. But I actually don't think I can do much more with cranks, to be honest. And I'll show you why. Because as it stands right now, I believe I already have 250s. Yeah, I have 2 gift 50 arm gear for my paladin. And my white mage. So yeah, who this would be going to when I get a second crank, would be one of my retainers. And then I would just get what the thing that gets replaced as a result. Well, let's go ahead and clean off this plate. We only have 2 left. We only got 2 dodos left out of the 7 that Cynthia made for us. Only got 2 of these things left. I mean, it's hard to imagine that at one point a few weeks ago there were 7 of these dodos on this table, and now there's only 2. Like that just blows my mind. See if I can move this over. Here we go. Now move you over there. Move you over here. There we go. Just to make the table look a little more balanced is all. Yeah, I'm a freak like that. I really am. What I am sad though about is the fact that we took the that the orchestrion was removed from here. If they could have left an orchestrion in the main house for the time being until we make our transition official. Let's change the music for Corinne. Select track. What else can we play? Okay, that's the in music. Yeah, I don't want to put you guys in a lullaby yet. What about this one? The Signs of the Seventh Dawn music. Yeah, there we go. Signs of the Seventh Dawn theme. Yeah, I don't get to hear this often enough. I should play it more. So all we need is a tank and we're good to go. Yeah, all we need is a tank and we're good to go with this. And this will be our last run of the night. This will be the last thing we do today. And of course, tomorrow we'll be back with another live stream with Mathia. It'll be his regular Saturday live cast. And for those of you who are wondering, like, what the arrows are for, hanging above the couch here, well, I can actually show you. Because these wings are retractable. And when you turn one off, it also turns off the hearts that are emanating from it. Because you can see on that side, there are hearts emanating from it. So that means that when the wing is retracted, there are no hearts coming off of it. But when it's put out, then the hearts come out too. So yeah, if you wanted both the wings out or you wanted them both retracted, depending on what your thought is and how you're feeling about it, then you could do that. I don't know if they're gonna bring this back as something through Mog Station for when Valentine's Day comes around next year, because this particular piece of furniture was obtained this year for Valentine's Day. As was the bed behind me too. Yeah, the bed behind Corinne also obtained from Valentine's Day this year. And yeah, I'm sure you'll agree, it definitely looks like a very gaudy Las Vegas style bed. It definitely looks like one of those, but like we all enjoy it, and whenever we have an opportunity, we'll, as you can see, there are 3 pillows because 3 people can sleep on it together. Like, we'll take advantage of that opportunity. We'll go ahead and have 3 people sleep on the bed together. This is just as a way to show that we all care for each other as much as we do. But yeah, it's cool that you can use something like this, and it's a functional piece of furniture in more ways than one. You're not just sitting on it, you can also make it do stuff like what you see here. Yeah, it's just the four of us. And by the looks of it, Kuniyoto is bound for Idleshire for the first time. Yeah, we might drop in on her and greet her in Idleshire once we're done in this particular place. Yeah, if she's indeed preparing to set foot in Idleshire, we should be there to greet her because it'll be her first time. I mean, she's seen Idleshire in streams before when I've done them, and in addition to that, also whenever she's watched my Let's Play of Heavensward. She's never been in there herself, but obviously given that she's spent a lot of time focusing on leveling up a class to level 60, which she ultimately chose Dark Knight to be her 60, I'm glad that she's making the most of it, and now that she has the opportunity to start getting a lot better gear than what she currently has, that it will be beneficial to her and that she'll take advantage of it. Because she should. Because as you saw earlier on in the stream, she hasn't reached the end of the first Heavensward main story yet, so I think this is as good a time as any to encourage her to push through so that she can get to Idleshire, that she can get the gear from the Tomestones of Lore, and just to make herself really OP, because she's going to need it. She's going to need it, especially when she does the final steps of faith when dueling against Needhogg/Estenian. She'll definitely need it for the battle against the Warriors of Darkness in patch 3.4. So yeah, she should take advantage of the opportunity now while she can. Because yeah, that will be best for her. And yeah, she hasn't been able to go on things like the level 60 roulettes or the expert roulettes with us because she hasn't gotten far enough to be able to warrant getting her hands on those dungeons. So yeah, whenever we go on a roulette with her, it's usually only a leveling roulette. Or a level 50 roulette, and that's it. Because we can't go with her, we can't have her come with us on an expert roulette because yes, she hasn't unlocked enough. So it's important that she take that seriously. Like I know she wants to help us out with stuff that we're doing, but she also needs to get herself further on in the story also. Because of course we also want to help her clear things like the Alexander levels, for starters. And I think it's definitely the best opportunity for her to be able to do that sort of thing. So she should be taking advantage. And my voice is starting to fade. I'm going to go get some water real quick while I'm waiting for this queue to go up, so back in a moment, guys. Okay, back. Sadly, we're no closer to getting the 2 tanks we need. Because we had one when we started activating the queue and then the one dropped out. But isn't that how it goes sometimes? That you think you're just that close and then someone wimps out. Like that can just be insanely frustrating. Yeah. Let's see if I can find anything of note right now. Okay. Yeah, just checking some stuff on Facebook here. Sabres lost in overtime. Oh, they're gonna get run through. Oh, this is music to my ears. Oh, that. Yeah, here's the news that may be a bit disappointing for you superhero movie fans. It looks like the fad may be starting to fade out because there's a lot of people involved with the various superhero movie franchises are struggling to even get some new versions of these movies made, and they're having a hard time with it. Yeah, in this particular example, they're talking about how they may no longer be able to make movies of X-Men, which I think is about time because that franchise has been going on since before the 2000s, before the superhero movie craze really started taking off. And I think it's had more than a good run. I think it's had done more than enough to convey like the X-Men as we had known them, their origin story, the countless spin-offs with Wolverine. Like, you guys have made your point. You guys have made your point, and it's time to move on. What else is going on? Oh, the Raptors with a narrow victory over the Charlotte Hornets tonight in a high-scoring affair in North Carolina. Oh my. And a hockey player was apparently diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which is never cool. Oh yeah, this article I saw late last night. How many of you guys know the song Hallelujah? Like, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Well, the guy who penned it died last night at age 82. He was a Canadian by the name of Leonard Cohen. That song, if you've seen the movie Shrek, the song was featured in that movie when Fiona and Lord Farquaad are about to get married, and Shrek has just parted ways with Fiona and Donkey as well. So yeah, he passed away late last night. Like my favorite version of that song, Hallelujah, was actually in the 2010 opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics, which were in Vancouver, when it was sung by Katie Lang, who was one of the first celebrities in the music industry who actually came out and revealed herself as a lesbian. And the fact that it was her who sang it was like a really big deal. For two reasons. A, because everyone thought it should have been Leonard Cohen, but B, it was, and maybe even more importantly, it was a demonstration and a testament to what Canada is as far as inclusion of various peoples. So now that we finally got our cue, let's get ready to take on the first of the set of final 4 Alexander levels. Yeah, it took us a while to get here. So yeah, young people will know that song most from being in the first Shrek movie. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a handful of mid-boss. In fact, the tank is all ready to fight him. Like, he's not even wasting any time against Faust's Head. He's just getting in there like, let's do this. Now let's dance. Take you out now. With all the flashes and bangs and booms that you know so well. Now, we're going for the kill here. We want to finish this night off in style. Jump once, jump twice, and keep on pounding. Yeah, I really want to keep using the life surge, but I have to keep reminding myself it has a cooldown timer. Okay, almost got ya. Just hang in there, guys. We've almost got this. And now we do. Open wide. Open wide. Here comes the airplane. Well, not necessarily. Alright. Get a little separation, and then let's start taking on Refurbisher Zero. Yeah, I think I kind of led the way there. Kind of encouraged everyone, like, go this way! But yeah, I'm ready to go when you guys are. And I just realized Brother Dragoon has the name of the lead protagonist from Full Metal Alchemist, which was actually one of the anime that I neglected to mention to Samriel on Wednesday during the simulcast, because I was talking about how in the 2000s Canada was really big into anime, and that our equivalent of Nickelodeon dedicated its whole Friday night block of programming to various anime shows. Like, the big ones were Naruto, Bleach, Death Note, and I forgot to mention Full Metal Alchemist. But yeah, that was part of it as well. And also Inuyasha. My sister was a huge Inuyasha fan. Like, even though we didn't always have that channel in our cable subscription when we were growing up in the 2000s, like, she actually first heard about Inuyasha from a friend of hers at work that she was with at the time, and she came to know of Inuyasha through her, and then once that happened, like, she became huge on Inuyasha. Like, the first time I became familiar with that show was in October of 2004. I saw it for the first time, and what was interesting about it, and then what I thought was really strange in the episodes that I saw of Inuyasha after that, was a gimmick of Inuyasha himself. That being that in the early episodes of Inuyasha, Inuyasha, depending on the time of day, would either have black hair or white hair, but then as the series progressed, he would always have white hair. And that's something I've never understood, like, why did they decide to discontinue that characteristic of Inuyasha, that he would always have permanently white hair, and that he no longer would have black hair for a certain amount of time during the day. Like, I don't know, if Anime Freak Alert were here, if Anime were here right now, like, I know she would give me the answer. I know she could give me the answer with ease at why that is. I'm pretty sure that Anime could give me a clear, definitive answer on why Inuyasha stopped having black hair. Stop, where are you going? Calm down, dude. We're just gonna turn you into a giant pot of scrap is all. Yeah, next time Anime comes to pay a visit to one of our streams, that is something I would want to ask her, like, why did they stop having Inuyasha with black hair? Why did that become a thing? Whoa! I thought I was safe. I was not, apparently. And we're really having a hard time dealing with this guy. It also doesn't help that our black mages keep dying. There we go. There we go. Now things are better. Now things are better. Well, where are you guys going? Okay, don't leave me behind. Load it up for 5229. Alright, yeah, join the rest of the class now. Yeah, sometimes I'm amazed at how much of a cooldown this guy has. So yeah, if Anime were here, I would definitely ask her about why Inuyasha stopped having black hair after certain episodes, but he just had white hair permanently for the remainder of the series. Oh, yeah, share the love. His hair is black because of the moon. Actually, you know what? Now that you think of it, I do remember that being from the one episode that I saw. That in this one episode, he was fighting a demon at night, and he had his black hair. But then as the sun rose, it became white. But yeah, I never understood why, for the majority of the series, that his hair was white permanently. Oh crap, he just took a beating there. and we would have been permanently screwed. I'm the only one fighting the ads here? Alright, I think we're fine now. We better move over or else we're gonna get run through. Move over or we're gonna get run through. Yeah, even though he's got some of his parts back and fully assembled, like, we're still plugging along quite nicely. Like, unless some sort of major disaster happens, I doubt we're gonna lose. I'm gonna break these guys, or this guy specifically, lay in the waste. Yep, stand by for this move. Get behind cover. Now count it this time. It counts this time. Alright. Let's take it home. Let's take it home and call it a night. Take it home, call it a night, and be done with it. There we go. We got it. Oh, that's the theme song? That's the theme song of the first set of episodes of Inuyasha. Ooh, 90 would be good. In fact, those were all pretty good rolls. Ultimately, it's a bolt I get my hands on, which I actually have no issue with. I have no issue with taking a bolt. That means better accessories for my tank and healer. But of course I'll have to choose between one or the other, and I'm really thinking it'll be better suited for my tank. So yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got our expert roulette cleared for the night, and in addition to that, along with the tomestones scripture being maxed out, we also got more gear. We got more stuff from Alexander, which is always good. So yeah, I guess I can't go back to Alexander again this week. I'll have to wait until until Tuesday before I can start going after stuff again. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for being a part of this Veterans Day / Remembrance Day / Armistice Day double header here with both Mathia and Corinne here in Final Fantasy XIV. So tomorrow we'll be back to our regular business as usual schedule with Mathia at Final Ascendance. Hopefully we'll be able to do enough to get him close to, if not actually get the chance to take on the level 58 Ninja Challenge. Don't know if we'll be able to do enough to get him there tomorrow, but we'll see how we do. And then of course next Saturday is Extra Life, so make sure that if you can make the point to show your support for Children's Miracle Network and contribute to the cause, because you guys are such wonderful people. And I thank you guys for your loyal and continued support here for my various live streams and Let's Play videos. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for getting back to our regularly scheduled programming when we'll be with Mathia and Final Ascendance. But for now, I want to thank all of you guys for watching this edition of A Day in the Life at Tales of Eorzea with Corinne, Loren, and her. So until I see you guys again tomorrow morning, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism saying take care, and I'll see you soon.